Dubai-bound Emirates flight makes emergency landing in Mumbai. Business professionals optimistic about Dubai's economic outlook. And a landslide hit South Korea, killing 32. This is 7 National News. In our top story this evening, a Dubai-bound Emirates flight with 202 people on board landed under emergency conditions this afternoon at the airport in Mumbai soon after takeoff. According to Indian news reports, the Emirates airline Boeing 777-EK507, which took off at 3:30 p.m. from Mumbai, made an emergency landing back in Mumbai International Airport at 4:10 p.m. An airport spokesperson stated that the air traffic control declared a full landing emergency at the airport at 3:58 p.m. He said the aircraft, with 202 passengers and crew, safely returned to the airport at 4:09 p.m. and were offloaded from the aircraft. Engineers are now looking into the issue. Federal National Council officials have stated that there are no plans to postpone elections or roll back dates for filing candidates, according to a local report. Tariq Helal Luta, Under-Secretary at the Ministry of State for F&C Affairs and Chairman of the Management Committee of the Elections, told a local paper that the F&C should hold its regular annual session by the third week of October, as announced back in March. He added that as for the eligibility of candidates outside of the UAE, the applicants must be present in person at the headquarters of the committee they wish to represent. Saeed Al-Ghafli, Assistant Under-Secretary at the Ministry of State for F&C Affairs, announced that balloting for the 40 seats will start from 8 a.m. until 7 p.m. The US consulate is moving from the World Trade Center to a new venue in Bur Dubai, and there will be no US-Dubai visa services from the 2nd to the 4th of August. The new consulate venue, which has been built on land that has been donated to the US by His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, the Vice President and Prime Minister of the UAE and ruler of Dubai. For those who need emergency visa services, arrangements must be made at the US Embassy in Abu Dhabi. All Dubai services will resume on the 7th of August at the new venue near Dubai Creek. According to US consulate officials, the US Consulate General receives around 50,000 visa applications per year from 125 different nationalities, and that there are currently 40,000 Americans residing in the UAE. Abu Dhabi has recorded its best ever first half hotel results this year, with a rise in guest numbers, occupancy, revenue and length of stay compared to the same period last year. Hotel guests were up 11% to just over 1 million. Guest nights rose by 26% to over 3 million, while revenue jumped 6% to 2.26 billion dirhams from H1 in 2010. The Abu Dhabi Tourism Authority stated that the figures are in line with their vision of achieving a target of 2 million guests by the end of the year. They account this rise due to the capital's competitiveness, with average room rates falling by 15% for H1, which has turned the emirate into an attractive, affordable destination. Officials added that the various high-profile events and openings held in the capital have also helped to achieve these impressive numbers. With Ramadan fast approaching, health and medical experts from the Dubai Diabetes Centre are aiming to raise public awareness about observing a proper diet during the holy month. They stress that following preventative measures, especially those with medical conditions, is essential to ensure everyone's health and safety. Khadija Salih has this report.
Around 200 residents in the emirate and patients of the Dubai Diabetes Centre attended a lecture on health and safety measures during Ramadan. According to experts, the importance of having a healthy and balanced diet during the holy month cannot be emphasized enough, especially for people with health conditions such as pregnant women, those with diabetes, and acute illnesses such as infections or flu.
Our recommendation is that before you decide, if you're a diabetic and you decide upon fasting, it is better to talk to your doctor and see if your medical condition is stable enough that you can proceed with your fasting. The second thing is that your medications need to be adjusted during Ramadan because your dietary habits are going to change. The third thing is that they will work with you in terms of a meal plan. I think the more important thing is how you select your foods with in terms in terms of your suhoor and in terms of your iftar. And if you make those choices correctly, I don't think your body is going to have any major shock.
In addition, they discussed some of the basic guidelines the public must observe during the holy month. According to them, staying healthy is all about choices and habits. Knowing what and how much to eat during Ramadan is crucial to staying healthy.
What we are meaning by healthy diet is to eat lots of fruits and vegetables, grains like whole wheat, bread and oats and things like that. And when they eat the meat, it should be lean meat, chicken without skin, fish to be, to be good for grilling versus frying. The general rules of healthy eating should be applied during all the time, whether it's Ramadan or it's regular days.
While it is a time of fasting from eating and drinking, dietitians say many still end up gaining weight.
As part of the habits in this culture, people do have lots of visiting to do after iftar, and every time they go to visit friends, family and friends, they offer them sweets and food and all of that. So we just want to remind them that if you're not hungry, don't eat.
Lectures such as these are being carried out across the UAE to ensure the population's safety during the holy month. It is hoped that with such awareness campaigns, residents will opt to purchase healthier foods and practice more restraint instead of indulging with traditional favorites. Khadija Sali, 7 National News.
The Emirates Environment Group, at its 7th community lecture yesterday evening, highlighted the importance of the mangrove tree to UAE's ecosystem. Environmental experts discussed how mangrove trees that grow only in tropical climates can provide a habitat to marine life and nesting birds here in the Emirates. Additionally, it can also help prevent cyclones and other natural disasters from occurring, as the trees provide a protective wall that can reduce the impact of cyclones hitting coastlines. Officials from a local mangrove plantation called for greater public participation towards planting mangrove seedlings. UAE's Ministry of Environment and Water has initiated several measures to draw further attention to the importance of the mangrove tree.
UAE is situated in an arid part of the world with very high temperatures. So whatever small piece of natural resources that we have to really be very vigilant and do our best to protect it. And God has blessed us with beautiful mangrove areas. Mangrove areas are unique ecosystems, and they play a very important role in protecting the ecological balance of of coastal areas.
After the disaster in Myanmar, it was a terrible disaster. Actually, 1,000 were killed in that disaster, and only there is a place in which they have the protective wall of mangroves. Only 2 people died, where in other places nearby the mangrove wall, but they don't have the mangroves actually. They removed it. 6,000 persons were killed.
Looking to news abroad now, a landslide caused by torrential rain crashed into a South Korean mountain resort east of Seoul early this morning, destroying 4 buildings and killing at least 32 people. Wild weather has battered the peninsula since late Tuesday, causing widespread flooding and transport delays. Rescue workers were still sifting through the muddy rubble of the wrecked hotels, restaurants and coffee shops, searching for missing people. Residents said that they were taken by surprise by the landslide, which occurred just after midnight. Reports said that out of those killed, 10 were staying in a small hotel and were all college students who were all doing volunteer work in the area. The Weather Bureau has confirmed that more heavy rain is forecast for the next 48 hours. 12 months after the devastating floods that submerged 1/5 of Pakistan, leaving some 2,000 people dead, 11 million homeless and another 7 million otherwise affected, the Red Cross warned that thousands still face a daily struggle to support their families. On Tuesday, the International Committee of the Red Cross said it and the Pakistan Red Crescent Society were continuing to work together to assist families with emergency relief and infrastructure aid. Pakistan remains woefully unprepared for floods this year, which a UN official said could affect up to 5 million people in a worst-case scenario. While a repeat of last year's epic deluge is unlikely, even smaller floods could cause millions in damage and set back reconstruction efforts. But the United Nations says it's working hard to stockpile food, water and tents in the event of more floods this year. Up next, we have the day's business news, so stay with us.